Hello, workmates. Welcome to Work and Talk in PH, your go to podcast for lifestyle insights, career convos, and real estate realness, where chill convos meet real life lessons because hashtag it works.
I'm Daniel, and today joining us is our entrepreneurial friend who has built a life and a thriving business here in the Philippines. He's the owner of Soren Data Solutions Inc., specializing in fit out, cabling, and other fit out solutions. So, welcome,
Thank you.
Hamed.
Thank you so much.
Very
Thanks for
nice to
having
have
me.
you.
Great. Thank you so much for
I
having
know
me.
I've
Such a
always been
pleasure.
teasing you because you've been in the Philippines for the longest time now.
Yes, but
How
yes.
long has it been,
It's
Hamed?
it's beautiful 17 years.
17 years. So
Yes.
you're practically Filipino.
I always tell to people, maybe my face not, but my heart is already
Yeah,
Filipino.
and we can probably do this interview in Tagalog.
Yes po, pwede po. As much as I can, I
Of
will
course, of
answer in
course.
Tagalog.
But of course, we want to learn about the journey and why this passion about building something here in the Philippines.
Yes.
Building this life and building this business.
Great.
So, how did you start it? Was it just a visit to the Philippines that made you decide to stay here and continue on and build a life here?
Oh, okay. Actually, no, Philippines has a long history in our family. My two uncles married with Filipina
Okay.
40 years ago, and one of them he's still living here, and he's a very successful businessman here in the Philippines. And it was around 2002 that we were decided also to come here in the Philippines, and we continue our study college here in the Philippines, because one of the advantage that really Philippines has, that's an English spoken country. And for us at that time, actually we were so poor in English, so we came here and we learned English, we studied here, and we finished our study here in the Philippines. So I came here 2002
As a student.
as a student. So I took ECE, Electronics and Communication Engineering in UE Manila. So I started in the second sem, and from there studied all the way to 2008. So after I graduated at 2008, so it was around 2008 that I met my wife. So she's a Filipina, very beautiful and lovely Filipina lady. And so she was a student also in the university, Far Eastern University, which is not too far from you.
Okay.
So in the last year that before I finished my study, so we get to know each other. And we get so in love to each other. It was almost 3-4 months before I really finished my study and go back to Iran. So after that, the moment I got my diploma and I left the Philippines for Iran. So before I go, I promised her. I said, I want to make a promise that within 6 months, I'm gonna get you and we're gonna marry each other. So she said, okay, let's do it. When I went home, of course, it was not easy for me to convince my parents that
Okay.
I'm just coming back. I want to study. I want to get married right away. And they said, you just finished your study. You have to now start your professional work. You have to get work. You want to get married right away. So I said, so I fight for it. I said, no, I really want to do it. Or else I remember I give them two choices to my family. Either you will allow me to bring her here to marry her, or again, I will gonna go back to the Philippines and marry her and I will live there. So you may choose. You can help me to choose one of these two options. So they simply said that, okay, so ask her to come. So I remember we asked Rowena to come to Iran. We got married at 2009, and after that we stayed in Iran. I remember we started our life in Iran. Of course, I just started, and Rowena was also said, okay, I'm getting bored at home. What do I do? Is there anything I can do here? I said, why not? Because she's very good in English. So we introduced her to one of the English institute in Tehran, and she started, and she was so good. The fact that she became the top teacher in the institute, and every student wanted to be
Enrolled with her.
in her class. Imagine that her class was almost 20 to 25 students. The other class is only 3, 4, 5. Everyone wants to be here in her because she's so lovely, and also she's so patient to try to teach people English in the way that they enjoy it, not for the fact of just to deliver the lecture. And so from there, she was enjoying what she's doing. Also, I also started my work. It was at first challenging, but after that, we go to one of the island in Iran, the south part of Iran. They call it Qeshem Island. So again, Rowena, she continues what she's doing. I become manager of one of the government ICT department for the island organization. From there, we stayed there until 2014. Life was good. At the same time, when I was working in the government, I was also importing, doing some vehicles from UAE, Dubai to
Mhm.
Qashem to do. We were doing some construction in Qashem Island. It was in around 2014, and Rovana said, "What else we can do here?" I said, "We are in a small island, and I believe we already achieved the maximum things that we can do here. So what we do? Let's
So
go to other journey. What we do? What journey? Let's go back to Philippines to make everything again from zero." Imagine whatever we had, we just left it there, and we came to. I remember we came to the Philippines. At that time, we didn't have that much, really.
That's so interesting
Yeah.
because originally come to the Philippines just to study,
Yes,
but you found your heart in the
it
Philippines.
is.
You pursued it.
Yes,
Your life started with you going back to Iran, working there, but also starting your family.
yes.
And now this journey went 180 degrees and now
Yes.
back to the Philippines.
Yes. The fact that when we came back to Philippines, look at the challenge. We already had one child, so
Yes.
Paganay was already actually 1 year old. No, actually no, she was 6 years old. Sorry, my bad. And Rowena was also pregnant for our second child. So imagine we have to leave everything then, and we have to come back here, and we have to start everything from zero. The fact that we said, okay, let's just explore something new. Let's see, And I believe at that time I was not yet still saved. I was not Christian. Rowena, she's a very good Christian. She has a very good faith that from the beginning I was really always admiring her. Something is telling me that I have a faith that God has stored something for us in the Philippines. I want to pursue that. I know that it's going to be challenging. Maybe logically doesn't make sense. We already have a good life here in the island. You are working good. You have a house. You have a comfortable life. Why you want to again challenge yourself?
Correct.
For what? But her faith was bigger than what we already had that time. So she said, no, we have to go. And I always trust her. Since we married, I always trust her. Whatever she says, we try to, help each other and also to guide each other. But at the end of the day, I'll make sure that she make the final decision.
That's so nice of you, Ahmed.
Yeah, thank you. Because I always believe, as I mentioned, I believe that she has a very good heart and also she has a great faith. So, which when you follow it, most of the times it ends to success
Correct.
and also blessing. So, what we did, we came here. We just had a, how do I say that? It's just a
Starting from
budgeted,
scratch, yeah.
Budgeted, investment we brought from Iran. So we were living, I remember, in the house of the mother of Rowena, and it became 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. I told to Rowena, what do we do now? I'm a productive man in Iran. We were making money. We are coming here, man. We are trying to explore this and explore that. And so far until now, we achieved nothing. So something is now alarming. But what do I do? So, okay, Rowena, if that's the case, let's go back to Iran by 2-3 months from now. If the situation will not change, let's go back. But again, as I mentioned, because she has a great faith, she was not saying, okay, well, if nothing happened, we'll go back anyway. But she was keep on telling me to try to call me because again, so what next? No, I'm just spending from what I brought from there. I'm not generating anymore, and I'm not used to this kind of law. And we are to keep on trying different opportunities. And so, what's next? So what do we do? Of course, makes you. I have already one child. The other one,
Correct.
you're pregnant. You're about to give birth. Life is not easy,
So
You
what
have to
changed,
provide.
Ahmed? So what happened that made you decide, wait, so I think this is the right path for us, staying in the Philippines? What happened specifically?
What happened is I trusted her faith.
Okay.
I trusted her because myself, if you ask me that time, I wanted to go back. I said, I have a house, I have a car, I have a work already. What am I doing here? Why am I challenging myself and exploring something that hindi ako sigurado? I'm not even sure if it really succeed to the good path. And she was just mostly quiet when I was complaining, just praying. She was just praying. But she said, God, you brought me here. You have a plan for me. So show us what's your plan. The other one is now already complaining. So I have two problems because I still do not know what's your plan, and I have to also answer him because my faith brought him here and he trusted me. So she really put some pressure to God. So what will happen? Suddenly she came back to me and said, Hamed, let's open up a company structure. Actually, let me go back a little bit. We talked to our uncle. So my uncle is a very successful businessman here in the Philippines, and we told him, okay, uncle, we are coming back here and we want to live here. And he simply asked, okay, so what are you guys
Going
what's
to
your
do?
plan? So what are you guys going to do? I said, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to bring this. I give him 10, 15 ideas. He was just listening. Okay, wow, good. At the end, he would just listen maybe for 30 minutes that we were telling him our
Correct.
plans, different plans. He said, that's good, but Hamed, I want to tell you something. To Hamed and Rowena, do you know the funnel? I said, yes, funnel. In the funnel, it has a on top is so big, but
Very
the
wide,
door is
yes.
very small. So you guys are now in that position. You have a lot of ideas and you are putting it there, but focus. What can you get out from it? So that's the one that you have to focus, or else you are confusing yourself and you are wasting your time. So it was a wake up call for us, and we really, until I am so thankful really to my uncle to always guide me and always giving me a correct and right direction. And we have to also have the heart of listening. Many
Correct.
people are coming along the way to our life that they want to guide us, but we do not listen. We still gonna do what we are doing, and most of the times failure,
Correct.
because we do not want to listen to the people that they already have experience. We want to experience ourselves, and we are wasting time and we are falling.
So when you were asked to focus, what did you decide?
Great. So again, we came back home with Rowan. I said, Uncle, what Uncle is saying makes sense. Let's see what among all those idea will work. Rovana said, okay, most of my brother, my cousins, because she's from Bicol and her dad is from Batangas, mostly they are all cablero. They're all cablero, and they are subcon of other kalat in the other contractors, and they have a all good relationship with me. Why are we not making a company? They are all expert. We gather them together and we give the same service. The fact that we do have an expert
Because
people,
you already have experts in cabling.
but they need someone who going to organize them.
Correct.
And fix them and to put them under one umbrella. Let's open up that company. And anyway, your uncle has a IT company. His company is one of the biggest in the country. Maybe we can also approach to uncle. Oh, uncle, I already have this team. Will you trust me with some projects? So at least I can also start planting my life.
It was a very opportune time as well because the BPOs during that time were expanding.
It was 2014 when we opened Soren Data Solutions. So after that, when we did that, we go to the SEC. So we create a company. So little by little, at first I remember we don't even know how to make a company profile. We don't even know how to make a proposal. We don't even have a tools. We don't have nothing. So just imagine, it was just an idea. We put action. So what I want to emphasize here, when you have an idea and we know your idea, it makes sense, put focus on it, put attention, because we have a lot of idea and we do not focus on any of them, and none of them will accomplish. So that's the problem of mostly people, that they are just going around and until now still they don't have any solid direction. They're still trying everything. So when we opened it, I remember I went to my uncle. I said, Uncle, I have a company already. He said, oh, good. So you already find what is come out from the funnel. So
Correct.
you already. So how did you come up with creating a company? What comes to your mind to open up a company, and why structured cabling? And I said, because of the expertise of the relative of Rowena. So when we make a corporation, we even bring two of them as our partners, but they only bring the expertise and we just bring the investment. So when we started, I remember we were trusted by my uncle to just work with his company, and also at the same time we were also doing the marketing in the other industry. So from there, little by the guidance of God, and also with our hard work and also focus, we grow all the way. So from there we add more more product lines, more services like we do now. Fit out, we do also different type of structured cabling, security system, and the different services that we do with Soren. The fact that when I was in Cebu implementing one of my project of structured cabling for one of the hotels, so I was walking around. So I want to emphasize this for the people to know how important it is for you to put attention to your ideas. I was just doing the cabling there. I was walking around. I saw the hotel is just about started 6 months ago, and I was looking at the floor. Stones, I know that they spent a lot of money to buy these stones and those things.
Correct.
But in 6 months, they have a lot of cracks. They are broken. And I remember in Iran, we have a very good quality stones, we have a very good quality tiles. But the problem is no one has introduced it here in the Philippines. And look at what they're buying.
So you saw an opportunity.
Just an opportunity by just walking, and just an simple idea came to my mind. So of course I don't have any idea of natural stones, so I started my researching. I called Iran, I called to the resources. I had some relatives that they really have source to people that they're expert in stones, in tiles, and
So that
in
started your
carpet.
other line of business.
Started my other line of business. So we open up ZT, and after we open up Soren Data International Trade and Construction, so we introduce our product to clients such as Robinsons, Villar Group, and also different
hotels and other developers.
Yeah, other developers, and they got so interested at the end of the day. At the first, they were just doubting. How can you? Yeah, your products looks good. The pictures are nice. The samples are beautiful. But how can we trust you? Again, I have to get credit. I have to get trust.
Correct.
So I have to invest on that. So we try to import something in advance. We also do the POC for them, proof of concept.
Correct.
We have to also do some installation for them for free, for them to see that we can deliver. So after that, so little by little, they have trusted us and they give us more projects. They refer us to the different developers and different clients. And thank God, glory to God, praise the Lord. We are now growing. We growed and we are still growing along the way. So that is the history of my life. That how we started here in the Philippines.
And how different opportunities opened up more opportunities for you.
Definitely. And we have to just always have the heart that whatever we have and whatever we achieve, we have to just, first of all, glory to God. Second of all, we have to make sure that we bring value to the society that we are living. That's very important for us to create more jobs, create more opportunities, bring more values to our client and customers, and to make them feel that they are in a good hand with us.
Correct.
And we give value to our community. If we really have all these factors, I believe it's not that hard to succeed.
Correct. Because it's no longer just transactional. It's really building that relationship.
Yes.
That trust.
Yes.
And it all started with you listening.
Amen. Yes.
Listening to the plans of God.
Yes.
Listening to your wife.
Yes.
And being courageous.
Yes. And also always be open for correction. That's very important. Many people, they think that, for me, that's the worst enemy of human being is pride. Mm-hmm. When you have a pride, you do not want to open up. You do not want to listen. You do not want to correct. So that's where the failure comes. That's where you will be attacked. Because you have a pride, you will gonna have enemy. You are going to have a lot of issues, a lot
Correct.
of problems. Your life is no longer peaceful because you will have problem with everyone and you think that everyone has problem with you. So imagine, so no more peace. So we have to always control ourselves in any area of our life. Even though whatever we have achieved, we always have to be grounded. We have to be humble, and we have to always remember that we own nothing in this world.
Correct.
We are here to fulfill our purpose. That's it.
And if entrepreneurs are listening to you right now, but they're afraid to start or change or do something courageous, what would you advise them?
I always advise them, follow your heart.
Follow your heart.
Follow your heart, and also do what is right. This is very important because we all know what is right and what is not. But again, the fact that we still do sometimes what is not right for the sake of, doing it. But if you really know what is right and we just follow the right direction, and also just always know what's our purpose in our life. It's like spiritual. You have to know what's your purpose, because I believe everything in this world has purpose. The fact that how much more the human beings, all of us, we have a purpose. As long as we know what we have to deliver, and as long as we know that we have to start, we have to risk, and we have to just do it, and don't you worry about the rest. Things gonna be okay.
That's so very good advice. And I think that's very relevant advice now, especially with what's happening here in the Philippines.
Yes.
So to our government officials, our contractors, please change your mindset.
Yes, we have to just change our mindset. Transparency, it's very important. Honestly, if you think that there are something is so good to be true, it's so good. It's not all the opportunities are good opportunities. We have to understand that. We have to see again what is right. Is it this opportunity? Yes, it's looks good, brings a lot of money, but is it right?
Correct.
How about if one day I will be holy, or I'm gonna be, can I defend myself? Do not. It's kind of these things are very unnecessary risk. We do not need that. Why we need that much of money? The fact that we know that we are not secure, and anytime we might be under
Correct.
question.
So follow your heart, do the right thing,
the
and
right
everything
thing.
else will follow.
Will follow.
Because
Money
everything will be
follow.
blessed by God,
God,
because you're
and
doing the right
whatever
thing.
is given by God, no one can get it away from you.
Very true.
That's no one can get it. Who can get something that God has given me? No one.
Correct.
But if I get something that it comes from devil and in the wrong or bad way, anytime I have to be afraid that something might come up and I can lose them all. And you're always insecure.
Correct. Do you think faith has a big part in your success right now, Hamed?
Faith is everything in my success. You know what
Faith
I'm
is
saying?
everything.
Yes, because if I did not have the faith, at first I didn't have. But along the way, I learned how to trust me, how to trust Lord, and how to really always let Him to lead my life. That's where I am always happy. Even sometimes I'm losing project. I'm still happy. God, I know that it's still not, that's not your plan for me. That's why you didn't want me to have it. There is no hard feeling. Still thanking God for losing an opportunity. Because God knows if you already have the faith that God will give you what is good for you, even if you lose something, that means it was not good for you. It was proven to me several times. Sometimes we were bidding for a project and
Big projects.
we have lost it. And at first I feel bad and I say, no, I can get back to myself. No, you are trusting your God. And I heard along the way that contractor got the project, got this problem, got these issues. They couldn't
They
a lot of
probably
this.
weren't paid.
And I said,
Yeah.
maybe now I'm a person in that position.
Correct.
God didn't want me to have
Yes. He
that.
placed you
Protected me,
yeah,
and He
protected
gave
you.
me another opportunity, which brings more blessing with no headache.
So really
So that's
listen,
why.
have passion, do the right thing all the time, and have faith.
That's-
Those are the things that you would tell anyone, an entrepreneur, a small business, even a big business, to do what you've done.
This is how important. And I believe that I'm going to continue this for the rest of my life because I know that that's the only way that it can work.
That's so admirable to hear.
Thank
and
you.
doing it for the rest of your life here in the Philippines,
Definitely.
continuing to help other people
Of
here,
course.
providing jobs and
Definitely.
providing opportunities.
Definitely. And as I mentioned to you, I love Philippines. Honestly, the moment I came here 2002 until now, almost 17 years, and I traveled many countries all around the world, I can strongly say the Filipinos are the most great-hearted people that I have ever met. Great heart, very nice people, very kind people, and the people that has to be always respected. I have so much respect to the Filipinos. That's why I committed myself to live here in the Philippines and as much as possible bring value to this country and also to do my part and to fulfill my purpose here in this country and to create more job and also produce more for this nation. That's what I see as my purpose in here, and as long as God allow me, I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna continue.
Thank you so much,
You're
Hamed.
welcome.
That's so very nice to hear.
Thank you so much.
So, thank you so much, Hamed. Thank you for this opportunity to
Thank
talk
you.
to us
Sure.
and for sharing both your professional insights and your personal journey.
Thank you so
From
much.
building systems, from doing what you love, and your resilience. Your story shows us that success isn't just about work. It's about purpose, it's about connection, it's about heart. To our listeners, I hope today's conversation reminds you that no matter where you come from, your dreams are valid, and with persistence, you can build the future you imagine.
Yeah.
Don't forget to follow Work and Talk in PH for more episodes like this, where we highlight work that matters in the people behind. Thank you so much.